Once upon a time, in the sprawling, cluttered kingdom of Computerville, there lived a weary young developer named Alex. Alex spent his days chained to Windows Castle, a grand but over-decorated fortress ruled by the tyrannical King Microsoft. Every morning, Windows would greet Alex with a barrage of pop-ups demanding updates, telemetry reports, forced restarts during critical work sessions, and mysterious background processes that gobbled RAM like a dragon hoarding gold. "It's for your security," the castle guards would shout, while secretly scanning every file and sending reports back to the throne room. Alex's computer felt sluggish, bloated with pre-installed apps he never asked for, and every time he tried to customize anything, the castle walls pushed back with restrictions, cryptic error messages, and "this setting is managed by your organization" nonsense, even though he was the only one living there. One stormy night, after Windows decided to update itself right in the middle of a deadline, again, Alex slammed his laptop shut and cried out, "Enough! I want freedom." That's when he heard a whisper from the misty mountains beyond the kingdom. Arch Linux. Two legendary wanderers appeared at the gates, Arch and Lennox. Arch was a sleek, minimalist warrior clad in simple black armor etched with the iconic Arch logo. He carried no excess baggage, no unnecessary trinkets, just pure, rolling release power, and the legendary Pac-Man package manager. "I give you only what you ask for," Arch said in a calm, confident voice. "No bloat, no forced decisions. You build your system exactly as you envision it." Beside him stood Lennox, the wise, slightly sarcastic guide with a flowing cloak and a mischievous grin. Some say Lennox was named after the spirit of the Arch wiki itself, endless knowledge, brutally honest, and always ready to help if you bothered to read the scrolls. "The installation is your rite of passage," Lennox chuckled. "Follow the guide, command by command, and you'll emerge reborn. Mess it up, that's just another lesson." Together, Arch and Lennox led Alex out of Windows Castle. The journey was not easy. They crossed the partition mountains, forged the file system rivers choosing X4, of course, summoned the bootloader dragon systemed boot, elegant and fast, and handcrafted every piece of the kingdom, from the desktop environment, hip land for that buttery tiling magic, to the kernel itself. When Alex finally booted into his new realm, the difference was night and day. No more forced Cortana nagging or Edge shoving itself everywhere. Boot times dropped from 45 seconds of spinning circles to under 8 seconds. Resource usage laughably low. Arch idled at 400 megabytes RAM while Windows guzzled 3 to 4 gigabytes. Just breathing. Updates rolled in continuously, always fresh. No waiting years for features or security patches hidden behind upgrade to Windows 11 paywalls. Total control. Want a minimalist i3 setup? Done. Gaming with Proton. Flawless. Coding with bleeding edge tools. Instant. Privacy. No spying overlords phoning home without explicit permission. Alex turned to his new companions. "Why is this so much better?" Arch smiled quietly. "Because you are the king here, not me. Not some corporation. You decide every layer." Lennox leaned in with a wink. "And if anything breaks, the Arch wiki is your infinite grimoire. Windows error messages say something went wrong. Arch says here's exactly why, line by line." With solutions years later, Alex, now known across Computerville as the Arch user, BTW, looked back at Windows Castle from his mountain fortress. He saw the banners of ads, the mandatory AI companions nobody asked for, the endless telemetry, the walled garden shrinking year by year. He raised his coffee mug in a toast. "To Arch and Lennox," he said. "To freedom, speed, simplicity, and never being told what I can or cannot do with my own machine again." And in the distance, the rolling hills echoed with the quiet, triumphant sound of Pac-Man Sayu. The end.